Hi, I'm Elizabeth at Literary Princess, and today I'm doing a recommendation video of 3 Victorian novels you may not have read. So I think I might turn this into a series, not sure, let me know what you think down in the comments below. So my thought process behind this is that for Victorian novels, everyone is always kind of recommending the exact same ones. Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights, Middlemarch, Great Expectations. Maybe you get a few curveballs thrown in there, but a lot of them are the same. And there's good reasons for that. Jane Eyre's amazing, Wuthering Heights is amazing. Middlemarch and I have a complicated relationship. But so I kind of wanted to spotlight some of the books that we don't talk about as much. So some of these are going to be from authors that we don't really know anymore because they've been kind of forgotten. Some of them are going to be from authors who are still quite famous, but these works get overshadowed by their more popular works. So let's jump in with these 3 books. First up is one by a well-known author, but that I think needs more attention. This is The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. So everybody always hears about The Woman in White, with good reason. The Woman in White's amazing. I read it earlier this year, but The Moonstone was actually my first Wilkie Collins book, and this is so much fun. So this is considered Victorian sensation fiction, which honestly is kind of the best Victorian literature. So it deals with this gemstone that was stolen from a Hindu idol and has been given as a birthday present. We are now back, we're in England, out of country estate. So the gem is put away for the night and then the next morning it's gone. And it's a mystery. We're trying to figure out, okay, where did it go? There are all these little different moving parts. So a lot like The Woman in White, this is told from multiple character points of view. Who I would call our main narrator is Gabriel Betteredge, who is the house steward at the country estate, and he's amazing. He's great. I love him so much. He thinks that Robinson Crusoe is essentially the Bible and can be used for advice and guidance in any situation. Love this man so much. So of course, this very expensive gemstone is missing. We get in a detective, Sergeant Cuff. He is the prototype of the English detective. So this was published in 60-something. 68, so this was before Sherlock Holmes. Not sure if it was before Edgar Allan Poe's Dupin, but so very early English detective. And Betteredge kind of acts as his John Watson and is kind of following him along as he's investigating. And there is just so many twists and turns. Like, I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I was like, oh, it's this. Oh, no, it's now it's this. And then at the end, I was still like, whoa! So I had so much fun with this. I highly recommend this if you want to pick up something that is enjoyable. It's just fun. Go pick this up. All right, now this is one by an author who we don't really talk about anymore, but who was incredibly popular at the time. This is Miss Marchbanks by Margaret Oliphant. Yes, it's pronounced Marchbanks. I don't know how you get that pronunciation out of it. I'm just going with what my original edition told me. It had a little note. I don't know if this one does or not. It does not appear to. But yeah, my other edition had a little note that said it's pronounced Marchbanks. I don't know. Anyway, so this follows a young woman named Lucilla Marchbanks, who is coming home from her finishing school. And her mother has passed away, and she has decided that it is her goal in life to be a comfort to her dear papa, except not really, because what she actually wants to do is just be in charge of society in their town, Carlingford. So she kind of sweeps in, takes control of her house, takes control of the town. She's hosting parties. She's setting the popular fashions for the ladies. She's helping matchmake a little bit, I think. Not as much as someone like Emma Woodhouse was, but that is part of her. She is a lot like Emma Woodhouse if Emma Woodhouse were competent at what she were trying to do. Because where Emma fails miserably, Miss Marchbanks just succeeds constantly. She ends up getting into politics by running the campaign for their new, their new parliament member. I don't remember how they call it. Their member of parliament, though, for the town. And again, smashing success. Oh, she's wonderful. Oliphant uses this mock heroic writing style to make it seem like Lucilla's this conquering hero and is talking about like the battles she fights. And again, it's just so much fun. Oh my word, I can't believe we don't read this anymore, because it actually does really bridge the gap between like the realist novel of the late 18th and early 19th century, so like Jane Austen, and then when we get more into like George Eliot with Middlemarch and that kind of realist fiction, I would say that it really bridges the gap there. So highly recommend this. It's hilarious. It's so fun. I hate the sticker on the cover. I've been trying to peel it off and it like won't come off. Stickers. I think I've said it before on this channel. I'll say it again. Stickers on books should be illegal. Yes. All right, and then my last one for today is another one by a unknown author, or a mostly unknown author now. This is Jill by Amy Dillwyn. I wrote my paper for feminist theory on this last semester. So the back says, Jill is the story of an unconventional heroine. And yes it is. So this is a kind of coming of age story of the main character, Jill, obviously, who is this born into an upper class family. Her mother passes away. It's just her and her father for a while. And then her father remarries and she hates her stepmother. And her stepmother thinks she's far too wild. Like, God, we can't even bring her out in public type deal. So she's just constantly left at home with her governess while her stepsisters are getting introduced into society. So kind of like a Cinderella setup, but instead of running off to the ball, Jill is like, screw this. I'm going to run away and join the working class. So she runs off and she becomes a lady's maid to this upper class woman named Kitty. And then she falls in love with Kitty. So yes, this is women loving women voices in Victorian fiction. Amy Dillwyn herself was a lesbian. She was in love with her best friend. It was not a love that was returned, but she refers to her in her diary entries as my wife. She talks about being a knightly lover, like back in with chivalry and all that type of stuff. And it's very similar to the way that Jill talks about Kitty in the book. So, I mean, just for that alone, oh my God. But this book is fun. Maybe this is just going to be like a recommendation series of fun Victorian novels. I think we forget that Victorian fiction can be really fun, but a lot of it is. We go on this European tour with Kitty and Jill. They run into bandits on the island of Corsica, I think it is. They're like trapped in a tomb for a while. There is a crazy guy with an axe at one point. This book's wild. It's absolutely wild. So yeah, again, if you're looking for a fun Victorian read, this is definitely it. It is, actually, Amy Gilman is a Welsh writer, so I feel like we don't hear a lot about Welsh writers. I don't know. But yeah, Jill. Pick Jill up. So these are my 3 underrated Victorian reads for today. Let me know down in the comments below. Have you read these? Have you heard of them? Do you want to read them now? And let me know if you would like to see this continue as a series, because I certainly have lots of Victorian books to recommend. It's been great chatting with you all. I will see you soon. Bye.